G'day everyone, Shane here, and today is a review on a gun. One of my local subscribers sent me a random email. I wasn't expecting it, asking me if I wanted to have a few shots with his gun, or one of his guns. He saw one of my videos and I said that in the future I may buy one of these guns. So not only did he let me borrow it, says have it as long as you want, he actually delivered it to my workplace. And so thanks very much, John, for entrusting me with your lovely gun that I shall show everybody in a moment and do a bit of a quick review. And I will be taking it to my local gun club later. So let's open the box and show you what's in here. Put you out of your misery. And here it is. I'll give you some close-up looks in a minute. Let's attach the silencer. I believe it's a Weihrauch silencer. I also believe it's the one you get when you buy the gun new. I shall give you some facts and figures in a moment. Right, there we have it. This is John's HW110, and it is the carbine version. I will give you some close-ups so you can have a good look at it. It is the carbine version, very short. I will give you the measurements. I ain't got a clue how long it is at the moment, and for the life of me, the way my memory works, I can't remember what it's called, but the pressure gauge there is at the front, so you do have to, well, when people say look down the barrel as it were, I always press the fire trigger, make sure it's not loaded before I look down, just practicing safety. And you don't have to look directly at the end, you look at the side like that. So if that did have a pellet in it and it was loaded, and it did accidentally go off, it's pointing upwards and it wouldn't get me in the face. That's the first thing, because I'm looking at a side profile. So for the people who say, oh, would have fitted it directly under the pointy end, it's not quite, well, it is under the pointy end as such, but you don't have to hold it in line. And it's full up. It's full up to the 100 mark. Just very short of the 100 bar. So it's on 90 bar at the moment. Now I believe when these are fully charged, the air cylinder, you get 110 shots in 177, and I believe it's 130 in the 2.2 format. And the price is, about 6 years ago when these guns came out, 7 years ago, brand spanking new, I believe they were about £649. I've phoned a few shops today and they range in price from £749, I've seen one for, in this exact model, to £749 to about £800. So there's a £50 discrepancy between the two prices. So £749 you can have this gun for, obviously excluding the bipod. I believe you get the silencer with it, and try and remember it is fitted with a Picatinny rail, so your standard dovetail type scope mounts won't fit on this rail. So if you buy one of these and get home and you can't wait to shoot it, just remember to get yourself some mounts for the Picatinny rail. I've got some notes wrote down. It's the block here. What was new at the time for Weihrauch and the airgun market as such was it's ballistic polymer. The block here is ballistic polymer, which is a kind of fancy word for plastic, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And the stock, despite looking like it's plastic, is actually a wooden stock, and it's rubber coated, a soft touch. It feels really nice. It does feel solid, and it does feel like a luxury piece of kit. And John has blinged this gun, and he's put a nice gold lever. It's not to everybody's taste, but I actually like it. Lovely, lovely big gold lever there, look. Knob, I don't know what you'd call it. But, and it's got a vector, hang on, let me get me let's get a bit further back so I can get it all in. It's got one fantastic sight that I'm really impressed with. I know this is a review of the gun, but when I looked through the sights, through these optics, absolutely fantastic. In fact, I rang him up and I said how impressed I were with them, and I will be getting some of these scopes in the future for one of my guns. Hopefully they'll be resistant to a spring-powered gun, and they've got the side wheel focusing, and the clarity when you look through them and the image is absolutely fantastic. And they're not ridiculously expensive either. They're below £300. You'd have to shop around. This one is a 4x16 by 44 magnification, and at the end, for some reason, it's got like a honeycomb. I'm not sure if you'll see this on this camera, but it's got like a honeycomb sort of. I don't know if that's to alter the way the light rays go in or deflect the sun, or what that's supposed to do. I'm not sure, but it's there for a reason. And the magazines, I believe, and he's also given me a load of pellets included. Some that I've never heard of before, called spot-on airgun pellets, Hawk 400. Now, which ones this gun particularly likes, he did say, I think he says he's not that fussy. It actually likes the Gammo ones, I'm sure he said. These Gammo PCP Special Classic Competition. But I haven't shot the gun yet. I'm going to have a few sneaky shots before I go to the gun club, or the rifle range, whatever you call it. At some spinners in my garden, and it's a lovely lightweight gun, this. Excuse me. It feels absolutely perfect. I'm a bit of a weakling these days. Since I'm getting older and since my heart attack 5 years ago, I believe it was 5 years ago, I've lost a lot of power and a lot of strength and a lot of weight and body mass. So I can still hold this with one hand quite easy, and this is a rifle. So when it's shouldered, it feels absolutely perfect. One of the most perfect guns I've ever shouldered. And I'm going to shoot some spinners with it in a moment, like I say. The loading mechanism, we'll get onto this. 10-shot magazine, I will do some close-ups. 10-shot magazine there, and he's already put the pellets in, and he's got 3 of these, and he's got a 3D printed red one, and that's he's already loaded that one with pellets as well for me. So to load this, is simply, he did tell me about the spring here. It may be a bit awkward, I might not be able to do this on camera, I'm not sure, I'll have a go. But basically, you pull this lever up. Now, me being left-handed is normally a disadvantage, but it's actually an advantage in this case. With the lever being on the right, it's very similar to my Kral MP02 and my MP500 that I used to own. So, when the gun is benched, because I'm left-handed, I haven't even got to take my finger off the trigger. I can just grab the lever with my right hand, pull it back, pull it forward, fire. Pull it back, pull it forward, fire. Whereas if you're right-handed and you've got the gun this way, like so, then that feels strange because I'm left-handed. Then you've got to take your finger off the trigger, boom. So I've got a definite advantage with the lever being on the right-hand side, being left-handed. So to put the magazine in, pull the lever back, and then I've never done this before, by the way, this is the first time ever. Hopefully you can see this, what I'm doing. Pull the spring-loaded action up, that drops in like that, give it a little bit. That's it, as indexed. I think you have to get used to the way that is. That was a bit fiddly, that was. you have to get it bang in the middle. Hold the spring-loaded lever up there. Now that should be ready to fire, so I'm going to just take a quick shot because I don't like leaving guns loaded even with the safety on. Yes, got it first shot. So I've officially fired the gun. I hit the spinner first shot, freehand, piece of cake. But saying that, it's only about 11 yards away. I could probably do that if I was, well, a normal person could probably do it if they were blindfolded. But I best take that out. I don't like leaving magazines in guns. Right, this is probably going to fly out because I'm holding the gun, but pull the lever up, pop it back out. Come on, baby. There it is. Well, what have I missed about this gun? Yeah, at the time when this gun came out, it was the polymer. A few people moaned and said, "Oh, it's plastic," but it is a Weihrauch, and they would have thoroughly tested the gun and put it through its paces, and anything what was going to go wrong would have gone wrong. And they always deliver fantastic guns, in my opinion. I'm a bit of a Weihrauch fan. I'm a bit of a fanboy. Everything is correct to me about this gun. The weight of it, the balance with the scope on is in the centre. Shot count, 100 shots from a charge, that's enough for anyone, isn't it? Lovely feel, it feels so comfortable to touch that. Not like wood is lovely, and I've seen some fantastic laminate stocks. But in the winter, I would imagine, with bare hands, if you didn't wear gloves, the old wood comes a bit cold, it's like steel. This thing, I don't know, you've just got to touch one. Big contrast to the gun I hired in my last video, the RM8. I don't like the plastic on those, I really don't, I just don't like them. Not the gun, the actual stocks, those varmint stocks. They look, I don't know, they look like cheap plastic to me. But I guess compared to the price of this thing, they're probably £300 cheaper, maybe. So I guess it is what's regarded as, you know, you get what you pay for, and it's more of a budget gun. But I'm yabbling on again. I'll do some shots at some spinners. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit every one of them, not being big-headed, not because of me, because of this fantastic gun. Thanks very much, John, for letting me have your, well, pride and joy, or one of your pride and joys, and I look forward to shooting it down the range. I'll have a few sneaky shots in my garden at spinners before I leave home, and that won't be any challenge, to be honest, not with a gun like this. And we'll conclude this this video. I'll do some shots at the range and wrap it up. We're shooting sticks with a HW110 Weihrauch, and my target's there in the garden. I'll try and keep the camera steady. It's only at 13 metres, so it should be a doddle. Hopefully I won't go outside the blue ring in the centre, which is about the size of a 1p piece. It's about as close as I can get without too much camera shake. I'll try a bit more. Sorry, it's a bit blurred. And I'm in my kitchen. I haven't got time to go to my daughter's and shoot at a good distance because I'm off down the rifle range shortly, down the Greyhound in Coventry. So I thought I'd do this quick one before I left home. First shot. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Same hole, I think. 6. 7. 8. 9. Same hole. 10. A little circle, exactly what we'd expect from this gun. Pretty much what I'd expect really at that range. A 5p would drown that little 10 shots quite easily. So exactly what I expected from the HW110, 10 shots. So to conclude the video, I'm diversifying to other subjects at the same time, if that makes any sense. First of all, David Aston, the keyring is on its way to you. It's a bit delayed because it got hidden in the wife's boot of a car. She's the one who gets up really early in this house and leaves very early and gets to the post office, but she had that much of a busy week last week and stressful, she forgot to post it. So that will be posted first thing in the morning. My sincere apologies for that. You will receive it this week, my promise. Hopefully you'll put in the comments when you've got it, and then any future videos, if I have anything surplus to requirements that's gun related in any way that I'm not going to be using, I'll just give it away. So the target, as we expected, or at least as I expected, of the HW110 did extremely well, but to be fair, that's what I was expecting, as I've already said. On the negative side, if I was to find any negative faults, I do apologise for the background noise. It sounds like somebody's got a chainsaw going. It's whenever I start doing these videos, it's sod's law. But on the negative side, if I could say things that I don't like about the HW110, would be the loading mechanism. It's very fiddly, and I guess as with some things in life, there's a bit of a knack to it, and I clearly haven't got the knack. It took longer than it should have, because I'm always careful and delicate with things, because I don't want to break anything, particularly if it doesn't belong to me. But I have heard on other people's videos commenting on the loading of the magazine. The magazines are fantastic. It's a loading mechanism. It doesn't just, you don't just hold the lever up, the spring loaded lever, drop the magazine in, job done. You've got to fiddle about till it drops into its location, and then you've got to sort of twist it to get it indexed correctly. I guess there's a bit of a knack with it, and when you've used it a few times, I should imagine it'll become second nature. So that would be my only negative thing to say about the gun. Other than that, it's absolutely perfect, and I do plan to buy one in the future. Thanks once again, John, for letting me use it. And John has got other guns that hopefully I can use to do reviews on that have never been on this channel before. During this video, my yesterday's day got a bit hectic, and none of my plans went correct as they should have done. What I had my day planned out yesterday, and to take the HW110 to the shooting club was part of my plans for the day. I wasn't really going to do any filming there because it's hectic editing the footage you get when people are swearing. There's a pub behind what plays loud music, and then you get flagged by YouTube for copyright for the music material. By the time you've deleted all the audio and all the bits of swearing and the music, you've not left with a video. It's pretty difficult. So at the Greyhound, my local gun place, fantastic place, some nice people there, but for making YouTube videos it's not too clever, so I tend to shy away from that one. But I did take my HW110 and my Express, my Remington Express, and Dan, I'll put a picture up here of the target that he makes, a big target board, and I don't know how long it takes. I never asked him how long it takes to actually knock one up, but I should imagine it costs him about 12 UK pounds. The 3 stays he uses, apparently he buys from some place to do with electric fencing. They're £2.75 each. They've got a metal spike at the bottom. something to do with electric fencing. So he gets 3 of them. He even went the whole 9 yards on this target. He's done them before. He normally does one when we go shooting, and he actually had an orange golf ball that you can't see in the picture, and also a black golf ball dangling from it, which I thought was part of the, because some of these shooting clubs do have golf balls right down. But he put the target out at 40 yards, and I was very impressed with the HW57 with its accuracy. You'll see numbered when I first started, when it was blank, 1 to 7 I think it is, of the shots I took, and that's at 40 yards. There wasn't any wind. There was the odd little bristly wind bit, but not very often. It's a very calm day, but it shot absolutely fantastic, that HW57. I was really impressed. It's almost in 97 territory as far as I'm concerned for accuracy. The Remington Express XP wasn't doing too good, and after I shot, because I was a bit dumb and I kept shooting it and I kept adjusting the horizontal, you know, the horizontal and the vertical planes of the scope, as it were, I kept adjusting one, and I thought I had it bang on, and then it would shoot 2 inches away from where I was aiming, my point of aim. And then when I looked down closely at the gun, my front scope mount, the 2 little bolts had come loose. The back ones were tight, but the front ones had come loose. So I tightened them, and that didn't, to be fair, that didn't do too bad. And now that I consider the gun's running and it's had a few pellets through it, well, both have, the Remington and the HW57, I'll leave it a while, then I'll do another review on just shooting targets with them to show you how accurate they are. But so sadly I didn't get the HW110 down to the shooting range, and as I've just explained, I wouldn't have been doing much video there anyway. However, in the background, I don't believe I've mentioned this. This is why my plans all went back to front yesterday, and I had to get a lift off Dan. He came in his work van and took me to the shooting club with my guns, and I didn't want to take somebody else's gun in somebody else's vehicle. Dan's van, he's got all his work tools and anything, so if anything falls on my stuff, which it didn't, but should anything fall on my equipment, it's one of those, isn't it? Whereas I won't take anybody else's stuff under those conditions. So because I couldn't use my car yesterday, I didn't take the 110. But anyway, getting back to this, the sponsor of my channel bought me this. That's the missus, by the way, and she went to Solware in Tamworth, which is roughly, I don't know, 12-15 miles away. She actually went to the shop and bought this for me, and this is my next video. Sadly, there is a fault with the box. The box is broken, and this is how I got the gun. I took it out of the box, and the box won't close properly because one of the latches at the end of the box is broken. I don't know, they'll probably think I've broke it. I don't know what they'll think, but I shall ring the shop tomorrow. Today's Sunday. I'll ring the shop tomorrow and try and explain when I took it out of the box. One of the retaining, closing, whatever you call it, sliding dibbery is broken. Little tag's broke, so the box won't stay closed to seal it or hold the gun in correctly. So I shall ring up somewhere tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have another box they can exchange the box with. But I won't tell you what gun it is. All I'll tell you is I have bought one of those guns before. I have had one. I have featured one on my channel before. That's all I'll say on the subject, and then that's my next video. I've also got another video to upload, which is my indoor shooting. I'm still working on that video. I've spent about 10 hours, I'd guess, editing that, and it's still not complete and finished. So my next video will be this gun that my wife got me yesterday. I haven't dropped the bombshell yet. She had a little bracelet, and it has these little charms on it, so I think her daughter bought her the bracelet, and then for birthdays and Christmases they buy these little things what attached to it what costs a fortune. Well, it's a similar story with this gun, isn't it? You buy a PCP Oh, and then you've got to buy a silencer for it. That's another 40-50 quid. I've got a brand new silencer, by the way. You need a silencer for this gun. It's quite, goes with a hell of a bang and makes your ears ring for a while. And second to that, it's no good without a scope, is it? So it's incomplete. So what I'm going to do to make my next video of this gun is I'm going to have to take a scope off one of my existing guns just for now, and then I'll tell the wife for Christmas I want a half decent scope for the present that she's already bought that I can't use. If you understand my my madness, my logic in my madness there. So thanks for watching the video. Any comments, more than welcome, good or bad. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thanks if you've been a long-term subscriber, or if you've just seen the channel and subscribed. I tend to yabble on, never get to the point, but I'm getting on. I can be forgiven for all that. And hopefully my videos will improve with time, because I've spent a fortune on new camera equipment, sound recording equipment, lighting equipment, etc. over the last 6 months, including a drone that I've not yet used in conjunction with shooting videos, but I have flown it quite a few times. According to the app on my drone, I've covered something like about 19 miles flying with it, so I know what I'm doing and I haven't crashed it so far. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care everybody. We'll catch you in the next one, which will be this gun. Bye for now.